Welcome to the Conversation in Cold Ones podcast. I'm your host, Damien, my co host, Jared.
Howdy, y'all.
Jared, would you like to take us into the Brewskis of the week?
Indeed. This week I'm mixing it up a bit. I've got a Red's Hard Apple Cider.
Nice. I am
Uh,
also mixing it up this week. I have a Smirnoff Ice screwdriver.
huh.
It is orange juice and vodka.
Interesting. I just picked one up. Um, it's either Mike's or Smirnoff, and it's like hard tangerine or something like that.
Hmm.
I didn't
Yeah,
put them in the fridge though, so I didn't grab one out today. I think it's Mike's.
yeah. Let me know if that's good at all.
Oh, absolutely.
This is usually weird because we're usually recording at like pitch black, but it is sunny outside. You can see some sunlight coming into my room.
Even though their nearest window is right behind the camera, there's so much sunlight coming in right now. If I turned all the lights off, there'd be a little bit of light coming in.
Yeah.
Weird. It's weird as fuck.
Welcome back. Obviously, it's been a little bit, but we have been working. Um, we did say that we were going to rank Kanye West's albums.
We've both
Now,
been working our actual jobs and on stuff for
yeah,
the podcast.
yeah.
So excuse our sudden lack of consistency again.
Also, like nothing's been going on, so like we don't want to like just put out something and it's us just like not being able to talk about anything for an hour.
Yeah.
But we have been working on this. We actually have it done. We are ranking 13 albums. I'll run through them real quick. So just to make sure Jared has them all on his list. College Dropout, Late Registration. You have those ones, right?
Keep going.
Graduation. Then we would go to 808s and Heartbreaks. Then we would go to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. We would then go to Yeezus. We would then go to The Life of Pablo, Yay, Jesus is King, Donda, Donda 2, Watch the Throne, Kids See Ghosts.
Oh, okay.
That should be all of them. That's all of them.
Yeah, I only had 12, but I know why now.
Oh, okay. Which one did you forget? Watch the Throne?
Donda.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because since we've listened to that one so much and we kind of just like skimmed over it, I just forgot to throw it on there. Hold on.
You're good?
Yeah,
So yeah, I wanted to do this because Jared's starting to get into into Kanye, or Ye a lot more, and I just feel like probably be good for him just to go through every album, listen to every song, and then and especially since Jared's so new to listening to Ye, it's interesting to get a newer perspective because so many I feel like fans have been listening for so long and they kind of have the same top three for most of the time. But it's interesting for Jared because Jared doesn't have a huge like catalog or background into not only Ye but hip hop in general.
absolutely.
So it's a cool take. We are gonna be doing Drake next. You go Kanye, then you go Drake. Our next movie one, we're gonna do Transformers, like the Michael Bay ones. Honestly, I was thinking about it because we can incorporate it. We just might do Michael Bay movies.
Good. I
Cause
wouldn't be
he,
opposed to it.
cause he did all of them obviously, besides Bumblebee, and then obviously
Yeah,
the new
which isn't
ambulance
really
movie, which I'll review at some point on the podcast because I went and saw it, and I know Jared's gonna go see it here soon, probably.
hopefully.
So yeah,
Ideally.
let's get through it. Number 13, and obviously like 13, our least favorite to 1 being our most favorite. Once again, like preference, I don't think Kanye has a bad album. It's just ones I least prefer. But Jared, let's hear your number 13 least favorite album we have listened to so far.
So my number 13 is going to be Jesus is King.
Okay.
And then my favorite song from that album is On God.
That is a good song. Um,
Pretty good.
well, my number 13 is also Jesus is King. My favorite song on there is The Law / On God. I put 2 songs for every album.
Pussy.
I just feel like with this album, there's not like when you look at everything else he's done, this album has like the least like classics and the least amount of highs. It's just I feel like Jesus is King is a more rushed version of Donda, and Donda's way better because he like seemed to actually take his time and like fleshed out the thoughts of the songs. A lot of the songs on Jesus is King, just don't feel thought out. Um, I do like stuff like Waters, like I said, Salah on God, Follow God, Closed on Sunday, but they're just compared to his other stuff. That the best song in that album is like a mid tier song on another album. So put it there. Jared, what is your number 11?
Well, my number 12 is
Oh, number 12. My bad.
my number 12 is Yay. Uh
Wow.
and the song on there is Ghost Town.
Okay. So you
Now, if I'm
go ahead.
what's up?
Go ahead.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, Yay, I remember by poster or the like album art. That's the one where it's like the mountains in the background kind
Yeah.
of thing, right? Okay, yeah. I didn't really like that album at all. But Ghost Town was better than On Gods. That's why I kind of like switched them around where they were.
Okay.
I don't know, that album just didn't hit for me. There's
Okay.
a lot of these albums where I actually struggled to rank, but this one it was an easy down low one for
Yeah.
me.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for my next one, but my number 12 is Late Registration. Um, I don't like this album in particular. I feel like, yeah, it has a lot of good songs. I put Hey Mama and Diamonds from Sierra Leone on here as like my two favorites. I just think besides those two, a lot of the other stuff I just don't care to listen to. And I don't even have in my rotation of Kanye songs besides those two. So with Late Registration, I don't personally like it that much. And I don't ever listen to it. It's my least listened to album out of all of Kanye's discography. The only reason why I have it above Jesus is King is because I feel like Hey Mama and Diamonds from Sierra Leone are amazing songs that Jesus is King can't even like compete with.
That's fair.
What is your number 11?
My number 11 is College Dropout.
Okay.
And the song that I like most from this album was Jesus Walks.
Okay. Why? Why?
Why
Why?
what?
Why so low?
I didn't think any of the songs in this album were good. The only one that I really liked and liked to sing along to in my head was Jesus Walks.
Okay. That's all right. My number 11 is Donda 2. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah. I like obviously it's a little bit of a grain of salt because the album's not finished, but I think what we have like isn't the best for a lot of the songs. Now, City of Gods is like one of my favorite songs of the year, and I've been listening to that song nonstop. I think Ye's verse on that is phenomenal, and I also love the song "Too Easy," Security. First time in a long time. Like, there's a lot of like pretty decent songs. It's just they're not finished, and then there is a lot of songs in there that I don't care for. I really don't care for Louis Bag until Jack Harlow starts. Um, and I mean, it's. I feel like this album has the least amount of Kanye finished work on it, so therefore I'm gonna rank it lower. I did put it over Late Registration because I like City of God so much and Too Easy, and I feel like once this album is done, it's going to be a pretty decent album. So, Don the two for me. Jared, what is your number 10?
My number 10 is Late Registration.
Oh, okay.
And my favorite song from there was Diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Okay. Uh,
And that's the only song I like from that album. The only other one that I was kind of okay with was Mama, but it kind of, I don't know, it feels weird for me to listen to that. Don't know why it feels weird for me. That's the only other song on that that I even care about.
is it because you don't love your mom?
No, it's just because the way he talks about his mom makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. All right. It's fair. My number 10 is Yay. I feel like for me, I put Ghost Town and Violent Crimes for this one as my two favorite. I really like Yikes as well. No Mistakes, I really like as well. Ghost Town, I think, is for sure like a top 15 Kanye song of all time. It is beautiful. I love the production of that song, especially like towards the end where that whole final breakdown's happening and he puts in these weird alien like laser sounds and stuff. It works and it's weird and I love it. Violent Crimes, I also think is such a beautiful song because talking about like how he's having to change his perspective of like women, you know, how he thought about women, and now that he has a daughter, he doesn't want his daughter to be looked at in that way, like how he looked at it, or how he looked at women. So I think it's a really beautiful song. Um, Jared, what is your number 9?
Number 9, Kids See Ghosts.
Wow, that's surprising.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't this the one with Kid Cudi in it?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
mostly Cuddy. What was the songs you put down for this
Fourth Dimension.
one? Really good song.
I very much enjoy that song, but I don't believe there's any other songs in this one that like really scratch the itch of Kanye for me, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Um, I'm actually like kind of not surprised because I remember when we were listening to it, you were like, "Why? Why is a lot of this happening?" Um,
Yeah.
it's fair. My number 9's 808 and Heartbreaks. Uh, even though it's on my hat right here.
Really?
Yeah, even though it's on my hat right here.
Ah, that's really low.
Yeah, I put for my favorite song here is RoboCop. I also love Welcome to
Yeah.
Heartbreak. And oh god, I can't think of the song now. Oh god, hold on.
Paranoid.
Paranoid. Yeah. Paranoid's probably actually my favorite song on the album. I just feel like after that, like obviously Heartless is a classic, and I know Amazing, obviously like a pretty good song. I just don't like a lot of the fillers. I do like Streetlights as well. I just don't like a lot of the other songs, and I don't like the album in general. It's probably Kanye's like top 3 most influential album for what it has done for hip hop. I just don't personally listen to this album a lot, and when I do, it's only mainly for Paranoid, Streetlights, stuff like that, and I just don't listen to this album a lot. Um,
Gotcha.
I will say, Welcome to Heartbreak is a great opener for an album. So, uh, Jared, what is your number
8.
8?
My number 8 is Donda 2.
Okay.
Um, this one just kind of, I don't know, it kind of just fell into place right here in the middle of this, like in the middle like this. Um, Pretty much everything above Donda 2, I was happy to put there. Like I easily put it there. Everything under Donda 2 for me fit in pretty much the same. Like it's okay. It was this bad. This was worse. This was worse. This was worse. Everything above was all right. This is this good. This was better. This was better. Donda 2 just filled in as a perfect middle ground. Um, that being said, Security was probably my favorite song on this album. There was another one that we listened to before Security that I don't remember the name of that I liked. But I didn't like it more than Security.
Okay.
Not much. I really don't have anything else to say about Donna 2. Like you said, it's not finished. I also like I haven't heard anything about it because it's like exclusive or whatever. You can only get it if you like pay for it. I can't get it on any of my streaming stuff, so I just haven't listened to
Okay. I'm honestly surprised that like we haven't. So that's there's an album that when we listened to, I thought you weren't gonna like it all. And we're gonna put at the bottom, and I'm surprised I haven't heard its name yet.
That's
Uh,
interesting.
and when I hear from you, I'll let you know what album it is.
Okay.
Uh, my number 8 is Watch the Throne.
Hmm.
Uh, like from 6 to 8, they could be interswitched. Just depending on the mood I'm in. Watch the Throne. I like songs like Made in America, Welcome to the Jungle. Obviously, Fellas in Paris. Um,
Ella's in Paris.
Fellas in Paris. Uh, I think also you have What You Need is also pretty good. Or got it. What is it called? Gotta Stop, right? Wait, hold on. I don't know why I cannot think of the fucking album name or song. Um, Gotta Have It. There we go. That's what I was talking about. That's also a great
Oh,
song.
gotta have it.
I just don't like stuff like Lift Off, New Day. I've never cared for No Church in the Wild. Uh, and I just feel like even though there is a lot of like pretty decent songs on here, I personally just don't listen to anything but Gotta Have It, Made in America, and Otis. So
Otis, yeah.
yeah, and Fellas in Paris, like it's a really good song, but it's overplayed, so I don't listen to it anymore. Because like whenever I hear it playing, it's like I don't want to listen to this. I've heard it too much. That's not Kanye's fault because it's such a good song, but that's my perspective of it. What is your number 7?
Number 7 for me is Graduation. I want you to know, I like right as you were talking and I remembered a couple of songs. I just did a quick edit and switched a couple around. This one dropped by 2. I just want you to understand that this was 2 higher, dropped it down by 2 to fix something up a little higher. Uh, Graduation, favorite song, Can't Tell Me Nothing.
I'm
You okay?
I'm like honestly shocked by that.
Really?
Um, wow.
Well, can you tell me what songs in this album you think are good enough to like what do you think what other than Can't Tell Me Nothing, what on this album's good?
I
That
mean,
should, right, that would
Flashing Lights. Good
eh,
Morning.
Good Morning, I'll give you Good Morning. Flashing Lights
Um,
is not good.
Good Life with T-Pain.
No, not a good song.
That's can't say that.
Not a good song.
Obviously you have like Stronger,
Stronger's
Champion.
not on Graduation.
Stronger is on Graduation. Stronger is on Graduation.
Fuck, you know what I always do? I always mix up Stronger and Power.
Yeah. Then you have
Yeah, either okay, Stronger's okay.
you have
I'll give you that.
Champion. You have I
Not
Wonder.
good. Not good.
That's okay.
Yeah, Graduation number 7, Can't Tell Me Nothing, plus, maybe one other song that you just mentioned, but yeah, a
Flashing
solid
Lights is
7 for me.
phenomenal. I cannot believe
This one, Graduation, like I said, dropped by 2 because I remembered songs from other albums. That's yeah. Number 7 there for me.
Oh, okay. My number 7's Kids See Ghosts. My favorite songs on there are Fourth Dimension and Cuddy Montage. This was in the era where Kanye was making really short albums. Obviously, you had Ye, you had Pusha T's album, you had Kids See Ghost. I just wish this album was longer. And there is some songs I don't like on here, like Kids See Ghost. Other than that, I really like the album. I think it's phenomenal. I just comparing it to his other discography, I feel like there's better albums in general. Like Cuddy Montage, I think is probably my favorite song on the album. So really good song. What is your number 6?
All right, before I say my number 6, I just want to say the next 6 albums have all of my top 10 favorite Kanye songs.
Okay, and that's really weird because I still haven't heard the album that I thought would be last. So
All right. Watch the Throne is number 6 for me.
I still haven't heard the album that I thought was gonna be low.
And the song I love from Watch the Throne is Gotta Have It.
That is a great song. Yes.
Plus, you were talking about this album, and I was like, that's right. There are so many songs in like 3 songs in this album are in my top 10. So I was like, there's no way I leave it down. And like, I had this in 8. Like, I had this where Donda was, or Donda 2 was, and I had to fucking skyrocket this little bitch. So that's where it is. That's what's going on here. Number 6, Watch the Throne. Love it.
Is there any songs you don't like on that one?
Yes, but I don't remember names. So Watch the Throne has Gotta Have It, Otis, Fellas in Paris, and there was another one that you named that I like.
In America.
No, maybe you didn't name it. I don't remember.
Who gonna stop me?
I'm maybe I can't remember. But the Gotta Have It, Otis, Fellas in Paris. Those are my 3 on this album
Okay.
that I really like a lot.
Wow. Okay, I'm really interested to see where you put this fucking album because I didn't think you were gonna like this album at all. Okay, so my number 6 is The College Dropout. I know this is a lot of people's like top 3. I love a lot of the songs on here. I put Family Business and We Don't Care as like my 2 favorites. Love those. Obviously, you have like classics like Through the Wire. Breathe In, Breathe Out is also amazing for me. Jesus Walks as well.
Breathe in, breathe out. I actually do like this.
For The College Dropout, I'm just not a huge fan of stuff like The New Workout Plan, Spaceship. You also have School Social, which is a pretty decent song as well. I just don't like the first 2 early Kanye albums as much as everyone else. I prefer the more like production heavy, bigger albums that he made. Like I feel like Graduation, like his third ones, like where he started getting bigger and bolder with like his beat choices and stuff. Not to get me wrong, the College Dropout does have a lot of interesting beats. I just don't prefer a lot of them. So College Dropout's my number 6. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Yeezus.
Here we go. Okay.
And my favorite song from Yeezus is Black Skinhead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that was gonna be the last.
You thought that was gonna be
Because
number 13 for me?
yeah, because Yeezus is so experimental and has such like if late registration I think is pretty like tame and beat choices, the Yeezus is the complete opposite. It is nothing but weird choices.
I like this album a lot.
Yeah, Yeezus is listen, I respect it. I have respect for you now because when we were listening to Yeezus, I was like really worried. I'm like, he's gonna because I feel like there was like 2 or 3 songs that you're like, wow, that was ass.
Mhm.
And then like I think New
No,
Slate.
every single one of Kanye's albums has, I'd say half of the songs are literally dog shit and shouldn't exist, and the other half are pretty okay.
Uh so yeah, with Yeezus, I was like, this is gonna be his 13th. I feel like it's a lot of people's 13th. Well, not a lot of people. I feel like a lot of newer people to Kanye, it's their 13th. I respect you for it. My number 5 was also Yeezus.
Hey.
And I was getting really worried as you didn't say it. I was like, are we gonna have Yeezus at the same point? Like, this is weird. Uh
That's interesting.
my favorite song on Yeezus is Hold My Liquor, which is the more slower song. It has a really cool
Oh, I didn't like that
guitar
one. I hated
riff
that one.
towards the end. You also
He's
have
like, "Hold my liquor," like that one.
yeah, love that song.
Yeah, hated that song. Absolute
Uh,
dog shit.
uh yeah, Blood on the Leaves. I really like. I also love the
Oh,
song.
I forgot that's from that album. I always
Yeah,
think that was from 808. That's such a
yeah,
good song.
it is. It's a really weird song too. And then
Oh, yeah.
Black Skinhead, like we talked about. One of my other favorites is On Site. Really love On Site. It has that really weird beat.
I
Um,
remember it.
you would as soon as I play it, Jared. I don't remember if that was one of the songs you hated, but you're like, that was fucking weird.
Mhm.
Um,
There were, yeah. This, I will say, now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember Yeezus being, I was very 50-50 on the entirety of Yeezus,
yeah.
but the
Uh,
songs on there that I liked were too good.
and then obviously like you have Bound 2 on there, and Bound 2 is a top 20 Kanye
Yes,
song.
that's the other one I like on that one.
Great song. Once again, a very different type of song. So yeah, Yeezus is my number 5.
Uh-huh.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Donda.
This is weird. This is fucking weird. All right, go ahead.
And Donda, my favorite song from there is Hurricane. I have to be honest with you, Donda actually, like, I love a lot of the songs on Donda, but not very many of them come within my top 10. Like, I'm pulling it back up on Spotify now because I was looking at it right before we started. Um, Hurricane is one of the ones I love. Moon is really good, but just doesn't land in my top 10. It's a fucking amazing song, but it's not one I want to listen to all the time. Um, Wait, this is Donda Deluxe. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the
Oops.
same thing.
No, I know. So yeah, Hurricane, Moon. Okay, okay is dog shit. Off the Grid's pretty good every now and again. Jail doesn't deserve to be a song. Is absolute
That's
poop.
wrong.
Not even
That is
good.
wrong. It won a Grammy.
Remote Control, pretty good. Heaven and Hell, probably my second favorite. Keep My Spirit Alive. Hate that song. Okay. New Again, also very okay. I don't even remember Tell the Vision, nor do I remember Lord I Need You. Pure Souls is good. Come to Life. Uh, Jury's still out on that one. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
No Child Left Behind, ass. Yeah, so I mean, on all in all, Donda, I probably like more songs on Donda than do any of the other ones, but it's, I don't know. I have a hard time with them. It's weird.
All right. Well, my number 4 is Donda as well.
Oh,
The songs I put on there for me, like this song has become like a top 5 Kanye song for me. Is Come to Life. I looked it up before this. I've listened to Come to Life so far this year 167 times. I love that song. I have not stopped listening to it since it came out. Phenomenal. I also have Off the Grid is probably like my second favorite. Off the Grid and City of Gods just go hand in hand together. Like when you look at the track list, it's really good. The only songs I don't like are
okay,
uh,
okay.
Okay, okay, Remote Control. I don't like at all unless it's part 2 with Kid Cudi. I can listen to it, but normal Remote Control trash. New Against Decent, Donda Chant, banger of a song. Donda Chant, Donda, love it, banger of a song. Um, I like songs like Jail, obviously. Life of the Party is really good.
Oh yeah, Life of the Party is pretty good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, good.
So Donda 2, I think like shocked. And also when I was thinking about Donda, like that whole like rollout experience, like watching the 3 listening events and being so excited about what I'm gonna hear next and how he's gonna change a song, which is really cool. So Donda, my number 4. What is your number 3?
Well, before I do that, I just want to say, like you were talking about Donda there, and thinking about the last time I listened to Come to Life, I was driving home from work, and I was like, it was a nice day. I had the windows down, just beating out to it, and I loved it. I was singing along the whole time, and then like the weird thing about that is like sometimes I really want to listen to it, I do that, and then other times it's like Come to Life comes on, I immediately reach for the skip button. Like I have to skip it as fast as possible. I don't know why that song. Like I do think it's a good song, but I'm so like I'm not sure if I'm into it yet.
Yeah.
So weird. But number 3, this one I know that you're not going to be anywhere close to me because I am number 3, 808s and Heartbreaks.
I'm actually surprised by that one.
My favorite song on here is without a doubt Paranoid.
Yeah, Paranoid.
Um, and then there's a couple others here I like. I only put a slash on here because you said it earlier, and I wanted to make sure I remembered it was on this album. And it's Paranoid slash RoboCop because I think RoboCop's really good. All in all, I think 808s is a very, very, very good album, which I guess I was surprised about because every time I've ever heard anyone talk about it, I was like, oh, I don't think I like it. And then I was like, oh, well,
I think we
I
were
like it more than I
listening
thought.
to it. I said like this is like his saddest album. So, like
Yeah.
be prepared, and you're like, oh god, here we go.
Well, when we were listening to it, Jordan was listening with us. And I remember I was playing Civ and I forget what I was doing exactly, but I got so flustered by something Jordan said about one of the songs I like that I like stopped playing. I remember just sitting back and I listened to the rest of the song and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like there's no way. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. It's the only reason I remember this, like listening to this album specifically. But yeah, it's my number 3.
Our top 2 is probably gonna be the same, I'm guessing, by how far it's gone. My number 3 is Graduation. Fucking love this album. Uh, Champion and I Wonder are my favorite songs on there. Um, Obviously you have Stronger, you have Can't Tell Me Nothing. Sorry. You have Good Morning. Phenomenal album. Obviously, I don't care for stuff like Barry Bonds, Drunken Hot Girls. I love the song Good Night as well, which is the bonus track. Phenomenal album. Good Life as well is also amazing. I listen to Graduation on the daily. Love a lot of the songs on there. Timeless classic. Flashing Lights also amazing. Like timeless beats, timeless Kanye bars, amazing. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is The Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
And my favorite song from The Life of Pablo is Famous. Can't hear you.
That is a great song, yes.
It is a fucking amazing song.
That beat
That's probably
switch
one of
at
my
the
favorite.
end, like
What?
that beat switch at the end.
This is probably my second favorite song of his to sing along to. I think Black Skinhead might be the first, but like I love Famous. I don't know what it is about this song. But yeah, like Pablo, shockingly high. When I have heard people talk about the life of Pablo, and like there are people who I used to be friends with who talked about this album specifically, it made me not like Kanye or this album. Just hearing the name of it, uh, I'm surprised it ended up at number 2. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It was number 1 for a fucking minute, which was
Yeah.
scary for me
Same.
because I'm sitting here going through 808s. When we first listened to it, I put in first, and Life of Pablo I put in first, and it sat there for so long. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I like it enough. But yeah, there we are, number 2, Life of Pablo.
Yeah, I mean, my number 2 is The Life of Pablo as well. Listen, this album, like when it came out, was like everything to me. I fucking listened to it on like, because at that time you got to get that streaming service Title to listen to it because it was only exclusive on there because it was Jay-Z's thing. I remember having to like get like the fucking like prepaid cards that I had in my wallet to just create new trial accounts. I love everything about this album. I think this album's perfect. I put for here No More Parties in LA and St. Pablo is my favorite.
Yes.
Two favorite
Forgot about
songs.
No More Parties in LA.
St. Pablo also, I think, like highly underrated Kanye lyrical song. You have songs like Fade, Facts, Famous. Obviously, I think Kanye's second best opening, Ultralight Beam, amazing.
Mm.
Love the song Waves, Highlights, Father Stretch My Hands. I can go on and on. This album is timeless. Everything about this album is fantastic. I love it so much. It was number one for me for so long because I was like ranking him as I was listening to him as well.
Yeah.
And like, I think we listened to The Life of Pablo like third, I think, third
It
or
was
fourth.
early, yeah.
Yeah. And it sat there, and I was like, this probably isn't moving until we get towards the end. But all right, Jared, let's reveal your number one. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
So my number one is no, it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I saved that one for the last because of this.
Well, here's the thing. When I was first sitting here ranking them, I put it in like seventh. Like I put it right above Donda 2. I'm like, yeah, there's not many songs I like on it. And that was after the first song, because the first song we listened to was Dark Fantasy, which I fucking love. That's the song I put for my favorite song, just because it is. I love that song. And I'm like, yeah, this album's not gonna have enough like other good music. It's gonna stay right here. And then we listened to a few more, and I like controlled, copy pasted, fucking moved it up from seventh up to like fourth or something. And we heard a few more, and I'm like, I'm gonna move it up a little bit more. And I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna throw it in first. This bitch is pretty good.
Yeah.
So where it sits.
I mean, my number one's that as well. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, I mean, this album is it's a perfect album. The only reason why I have it over T-Wop is because most of my favorite songs are on this album. Like my favorite Kanye song is "Devil in a New Dress," and I mean, I think Dark Fantasy is his best opening song ever. Love that song so much. Power is a great motivational song. I don't listen to Power a lot, but if I'm in the gym or something, or I need to get something done, throw on Power
Facts.
real quick, and I'm fucking in the
Facts.
mood. All the Lights is like a classic in terms of also like pump up song. I remember like when LeBron James went to the Heat, this was like their intro song. Like when they would hit the court, this was it, and that's iconic for me. I don't know why. Runaway, best Kanye song of all time, probably.
No.
I know a lot of people's favorite. Love Runaway. Blame Game's pretty good. Who Will Survive in America is also pretty good, even though it's like only like a minute and 30 seconds. Gorgeous, also top 10 Kanye song for me. Kanye's bars on this are phenomenal. Monster, which when me and Jared were listening to this, I was like, dude, Monster's crazy. Wait till you hear Nicki Minaj's verse. And then he's like, we finished and he's like, holy shit, that was raw. I was like, yeah, she fucking killed it. So she still
It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, she still hasn't bested that. That's her best verse of all time, I think.
Never will. She's too shit.
And then I mean, Hell of a Life, I think, is like probably the weakest song on the album for me. And then Lost in the World, I think, is a perfect closer. It is beautiful. The production on that song is phenomenal. The production on this album is top tier. Will never be replicated. It's the greatest hip hop album of all time for me. Will never be touched. I was so worried when we were going through. So, like, I'll give you my initial worries about this. So, when we were going through it, I'm like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, if he doesn't put it top 5, I'm going to be crushed. I was just hoping top 5. And then as we're going through this, like, we got to 10, and I'm like, all right, it's not bottom tier. This is a good start. And then we got to, like, 6, and I'm like, it's guaranteed top 5, but it's probably 5 for him. And then as we started going, and then you're like, when we got to 3, and you're like, 808 and Heartbreaks, I was like, cool. It's 2 or 1. I'm cool with either one. Doesn't fucking matter. Because putting T-Wop over this album, I understand why people do it. I understand it completely. But I was like, I hope he puts it 1. And I'm so glad he did.
Here's the thing. Normally when we rank stuff, and I know there's something yours that's like your favorite, I want, like, subconsciously, I want to hate it. I want to put it as low as I can just to get at you. I don't know why. It's just a thing. It's like, oh, you like it? Well, it's dog shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's a few things where I can't disagree with you, and that's gonna be like our Nolan, our Marvel movies, and this. Like, because like Nolan, we have the same like top 3. Marvel, we've got very, very close to the same top 3.
Like very close, like top 5.
Yeah. Well, Marvel, I mean, like our favorite, both of our favorites is
Winter Soldier.
Christ, Captain, yeah, Winter Soldier. Sorry, I always forget name. But like with this one, I was very surprised that our top 5 are pretty much identical except for number 3,
Yeah,
which it's yeah. So
crazy.
oh
Well,
well, guess I can't disappoint you on this one. Next
what's gonna
time.
be interesting though is like the Drake one is gonna be wildly different. I can just tell
I
you.
still don't know why you think I'm listening to Drake.
We're listening to Drake. We're doing it.
It's
Uh, Drake doesn't have as many albums as this. He'll be way quicker.
how many albums does he have?
Let me actually pull it up because I know some of them are technically like playlists and stuff. Let me pull it up. Drake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 8.
Yeah, it's weird because like I'm not gonna be able to put them all in eighth. So like it's
Yeah, you're
gonna
gonna
really
have to rank
suck.
them actually. Um, and with those like with Drake albums, it just depends on what kind of person you are. Like honestly, because he makes like Kanye makes like drastic difference in music, but like it's all kind of samey. Like Drake will have an album where it's like 808 and Heartbreaks. Like Take Care is very much like 808 and Heartbreaks. It's fucking sad. Like it's more like low tone. And then you'll have an album like If You're Reading This It's Too Late, where it's just all like fucking upbeat, like rap shit. Like so it'll be interesting with Drake. So yeah. Thank you guys for being patient with us and us not uploading. We'll start uploading more. I know I keep promising that, but we'll try to upload more.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week, possibly, maybe.
Just keep the the outro the same. It's not like we're not gonna try to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it. I'll be honest though, like it's actually been my fault the past few times because Jared's like, "Hey, you want to record podcasts?" It's like, "No, we have nothing to talk about. I don't. Like, let's
Yeah.
just finish the Kanye album thing."
I do feel bad because like I always feel like I always remember really late. Like we were playing COD and it was like, all right, we're gonna record at 11 tonight, is what I said the day before.
Yeah,
And it was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, are we gonna record real quick? And you're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the response I expected from this one.
yeah. But alrighty, guys, thank you for watching, and obviously like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, SoundCloud. Follow us if you're on any other platform, Apple Music or iHeartRadio. You follow, please leave a review, and we will see you next week. Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys.